There's a particular kind of goodbye that doesn't feel like an ending at all, and that's exactly what played out this week when Susanna Reid stepped away from Good Morning Britain. No dramatic music. No emotional sit-down interview. Just a photo, a caption, and somehow that was enough to get people talking. The image itself told its own quiet story. Susanna, sitting on the familiar GMB sofa, still in the red floral dress from her final show before the break, but with her shoes kicked off. Slippers on. It's a small detail, but it's the kind of small detail that long-time viewers notice immediately, because after years of watching someone sit in that exact spot every weekday morning, you start to read their body language without even trying. And that image said one thing clearly: it's time to switch off. What made the moment resonate wasn't really the announcement itself. Presenters take breaks. That's not news. What seemed to catch people's attention was the tone. Susanna didn't just say she was leaving for a few weeks, she used the moment to say goodbye to someone else entirely. Her longtime director, Stuart Earle, who's guided the show from behind the scenes for a decade, was stepping away too. And somehow, folding that tribute into her own farewell post made the whole thing feel less like an announcement and more like a genuine chapter closing. That's often how television works, isn't it? The audience falls in love with the people they see on screen, but there's an entire world behind the camera that keeps everything running, and every so often, viewers get a small window into that world. This was one of those moments. A thank you to someone most viewers will never see, delivered by someone they see every single day. Many viewers picked up on that generosity right away. It's easy to make an announcement about yourself. It's a little rarer to use that spotlight to point somewhere else first. Then there was the tone of the message itself, playful, warm, almost cheeky. Susanna didn't frame her time away as something serious or sentimental. It read more like someone who'd earned a rest and wasn't shy about celebrating it. And that kind of humor tends to land well with audiences who've spent years getting used to a presenter's rhythm, their sense of humor, the way they signed off. It's familiar. It's comforting. It reminds you why you kept the show on in the background every morning in the first place. There's also something worth sitting with in the timing. This wasn't an isolated moment. Daytime television across the UK has been shifting lately, with schedules changing and familiar faces stepping back in different ways. Against that backdrop, a presenter choosing to frame her own break with gratitude rather than uncertainty feels almost deliberate. Whether or not that was the intention, it's the kind of detail that shapes how a moment gets remembered. And that closing line, thanking viewers not just for watching, but for reaching out and sharing their opinions, is where the emotional weight really settled for a lot of people. It's easy to think of a breakfast show as one-directional: presenters talk, audiences watch. But that message flipped the script slightly. It framed the relationship as something mutual. A conversation, not just a broadcast. Maybe that's the real reason this small, 5-week break became a moment people wanted to talk about at all. Not because anything dramatic happened. Not because there was controversy or tension. But because for a few seconds, the curtain pulled back just slightly, and viewers got to see the human being behind years of early mornings, someone who was tired, grateful, and honest enough to say so. She'll be back on September 1st, and the sofa will look exactly the same as it always has. But maybe that's the quiet magic of moments like this. They don't change the show. They just remind you why you were watching in the first place. What did you notice about the announcement? Drop your thoughts below, and let us know what you'll be watching while Susanna's away.